Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Inna a'tainaka al-kawthar fasalli li rabbika wanhar inna sha'nika al-abtar. So the topic here is about related to Surah Al-Kawthar, and there is something the most special and with something with Surah Al-Kawthar which can make this very, very special. It is the smallest surah of the Quran. It is the smallest surah of the Quran. Like example, the biggest surah of the Quran is Surah Al-Baqarah. So that is the smallest surah of the Quran, which has 3 verses. There are other verses with 3 verses like Surah Al-Asr, but it has less words compared to Surah Al-Asr. Surah Al-Asr has more words, which we can also compare it. It's also 3 verses, but more words. But it's 3 verses and less words. And it is a great surah because it has great promise for Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Not just Al-Kawthar, but in the last part of the surah, in the 3rd verse, also there is a great promise of Allah to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which we can call it also prophecy. It's also the prophecy, the Inna Sha'nika al-Abtar. And before I can go to the last part, we will start with the initial. And then Kawthar was already well explained by Ustad Amin. He gave so many explanation about Kawthar, like great abundance, that he has so many followers, etc. And he has so many miracles which can be Kawthar also. And he has so many blessings from Allah that can be the Kawthar. And one of the meaning Kawthar could be also that he will have a Kawthar on the real Kawthar. Not just the meaning of Kawthar with kathir or abundance and more blessings, but rather a real Kawthar, which could be the meaning of this Kawthar, because he is going to have a Kawthar on the Day of Judgment. And then it will be the greatest of Hawd. It will be greatest of the fountain of water, which is sweeter than honey. The water of that fountain will be sweeter than honey and whiter than milk. And the most beautiful, and the globlets, the glasses will be with pearls and with the diamonds. It's made up of silver and gold. And then the honor will be given by Allah that the Prophet Muhammad is going to serve the water. Prophet Muhammad is going to serve the water to his followers. Okay, let's come. Subhanallah, what will be your feeling? What are you going to feel? How you can imagine this if you know, if you go in this year, I'm going to see Nabi Muhammad Subhanallah. You can feel like crying now. Your heart you feel like your heart is going to out from your throat. That you are going to imagine this, I'm going to see my Prophet. And he's going to give me water. Subhanallah. And then if he'll say to me, AbdulRazzaq Ta'al, Ishrib, Subhanallah, what I'm going to feel, we need to dream for that. We need to long for that. Subhanallah. Nabi Muhammad will call me, he'll call, come here, I give you water. Subhanallah. Ustad Amin, Ta'al Ustad Amin, Ishrib. Subhanallah. What you could Ustad Amin? Maybe he might fall down, maybe he is already unconscious. The Nabi Muhammad is calling me, Subhanallah, me. The Prophet of Allah, he's calling me to drink water and he's going to give me, serve me, Subhanallah. He give me, Subhanallah. What you can do, what you can feel for that? A great honor that the Nabi Muhammad is offering your water by the will of Allah. That is the great, what is the great, another thing I will tell you from the Quran. Many years ago, I was giving the lecture in Ramadan, your feelings are different. Ramadan, your feelings are very different. Your iman is increasing and increasing, and even the Quran will affect you more because we are hungry all day, sacrificing for Allah, so we have a different feelings. You cannot have 11 months these feelings, what you have a feelings in Ramadan, the best feeling. I was lecturing after Tarawih Surah Yasin, and I was really imagined that it was 3 hours lecture. And people were listening, alhamdulillah. But now I don't do this anymore. I try to make short lecture, maximum 1 hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour. And I was break that time when I was reading about, and I said, Salamun qawlan min Rabbir Rahim. Salamun qawlan min Rabbir Rahim. Salamun qawlan min Rabbir Rahim. Salam, the word from Lord, the merciful. Subhanallah, the one who gave me the life, the one who gave me everything in my life, everything. I have the mother, the father, the wife, the children, the food, the wealth, the houses, the luxuries, the blessings. And he is going to say, Salamun qawlun min Rabbi Rahim, the salam, the word from the Lord, the merciful. Subhanallah. What you more than that? What do you want more than that? That Allah is going to tell salam. Do you need something else after this? They want to give us a life, he is going to say salam. He will tell salam, salam, peace be with you. And salamun qawlun min Rabbi Rahim. And what is the next verse? وَامْتَازُ الْيَوْمَ أَيُّهَا الْمُجْرِمُونَ وَامْتَازُ الْيَوْمَ أَيُّهَا الْمُجْرِمُونَ. What we want? You want salam from our, get out from here and go. Apart from here, oh criminals, oh mujrimun. وَامْتَازُ الْيَوْمَ أَيُّهَا الْمُجْرِمُونَ. Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullah alayh, a great scholar. One night he is reading whole night this one. Abu Hanifa rahmatullah alayh, one night he reading the Surah Fatiha in Surah Yasin in the Qiyamul Layl, and he is reading Wamtazul Yawma Ayyuhal Mujrimun, Wamtazul Ayyuhal Mujrimun, Wamtazul Yawma Ayyuhal Mujrimun, and he's crying. Until Fajr time he is reading that. Can you imagine this, the meaning of this? That Allah is saying on the Day of Judgment, get apart from Wamtazul Yawma Ayyuhal Mujrimun. This day get apart. Oh criminals, get out from here. You criminals, get separate from here. And I want in this party where Allah says salam, qawlun min Rabbi Rahim, the word of Lord the merciful. He's going to say salam. I'm waiting for that. I want to have salam from Allah, and I want the Prophet Muhammad is going to serve me the water from the house, Kawthar. Allahumma ameen. So Kawthar is already well explained. There is no need to speak more about the Kawthar, inshallah, because the next verse is very important verse. فَصَلِّ لِرَبِّكَ وَانْحَارُ. So pray for your Lord and sacrifice. And one of the meaning taken by the scholars, and which is really actually befitting also very much. Like example, the Prophet Muhammad also explained this in the hadith, that if you are making sacrifice, the sacrifice during the Eid al-Adha, he said it must be after Salah, not before Salah. فَصَلِّ لِرَبِّكَ وَانْحَارُ. Because Prophet Muhammad said, if you make the sacrifice on the Yawm al-Adha, on the Eid al-Adha, before the Salah, then he said it is a meat for your family. Not accepted as sacrifice. No sacrifice. You just slaughter a cow for you, or the goat, or the camel, just for your family. Finish. Even you slaughter many animals, it's just a food for your family, and you give away for the people. But your sacrifice, your qurban is not yet done. Because he commanded it should be done after Salah. If you done before Salah, it's just some food for your family, he said. And it is also accurately befitting here. فَصَلِّ لِرَبِّكَ وَانْحَارُ. So pray for your Lord and sacrifice. So it's a sequence. Salah first and then sacrifice. So that's a very befitting the explanation according to the hadith also, that this second verse of Surah Al-Kawthar, it is for Eid al-Adha. Because Salah first and sacrifice. So for me, I'm convinced that it should be the right, it could be the other meaning, but accurately, the perfect meaning here is Eid al-Adha. That make Salah and then sacrifice. Because the sacrifice is obligation. It is obligation for the rich Muslims. For the poor Muslim, they are the one who is going to receive the blessing from rich, but the rich should. And if the rich is not going to sacrifice, slaughter because he loves money, what kind of believer is he? Allah is saying to Prophet Ibrahim, slaughter your son, sacrifice your son, and is willing to do. What about us? How much you love your money? No need to love your money. Get the animals as much as you and slaughter them. To show Allah, I don't love money. I don't care for money. I care for you. I love you. And I want to spend this money in way that I'm buying the animals, and I want to sacrifice, and I want to go have a celebration with me and my families and everyone else. To join a great celebration in your name, in thy name. So, فَصَلِّ لِرَبِّكَ وَانْحَارِ is also accurately befitting with the meaning here, which is explained in the hadith, that Prophet Muhammad command us that it must be Salah first and then sacrifice. So it's very much accurate that this second verse of the Quran, Surah Al-Kawthar, is related to the the Idul Adha. And it could be other generally meaning also the salah and sacrifice, which are the two great actions of a believer. And it is very much explained these two phenomena in Surah Al-An'am. When you go to the last part of the Surah Al-An'am, and that is our destiny. That's our life. If you want to ask me that you explain to me from the Quran what I live for, what is my mission of my life, what I am going to do in this life, why Allah sent me in this world. And the best answer, one of the best answer is Surah Al-An'am. The last verse is, Qul, Allah is saying to Prophet Muhammad, say, Inna salati wa nusuki wa mahyaya wa mamati lillahi rabbil alameen la sharika lah wa bidhalika umirtu ana awwalul muslimin. Say, surely my salah, my prayers, wa nusuki and my sacrifices, and my living and my dying are all for Allah. I do everything for Allah. I live for Allah, I die for Allah. I do everything for Allah. For example, a person said, Allah command us to protect our families. And Allah command us to protect our properties. And same thing also Allah command us to protect our communities. Wherever you live, you need to protect. You need to be a protection for the people. Like example, the Imam Siraju Haj from New York is a great Imam. If you want to listen him, you should cry after listening him. He will let you cry, believe me. Because he is attacking on your heart. It is one of the recommendation here. If you want to like to listen some lectures, I am recommending you this man. Imam Siraj Wahaj, a convert Muslim, a revered Muslim in New York. And he's a masjid imam in New York. And he's a great scholar. He's a great alim. And he's a great man also. And there was a time in his community, there were lots of drug dealers. And the NYPD, the New York Police Department, they cannot wipe out them. They're very dangerous people. So they approached Imam Siraj Wahaj. And he offered himself that I can help the New York police to wipe out everything. And they said, okay, how? Then he went, he bring his brothers. He went to one by one the drug dealers. And he gave them the warning. He said, we give you 24 hours. Get out from our community. We want our community drug free. And he showed them the power, he showed them the fear. And they run away, all of them. They go to other part of USA. They don't want to do business there anymore for the drugs. So, example, what is I am explaining here? Allah command us to protect wherever we are. So protect our families, protect our properties, protect our communities. Wherever you are, which city you are, which country you are, wherever you are, you want to be protection for the people. So for example, a person said he can modify his niyyah. What is his niyyah now? I want to protect my family or my community for the sake of Allah. And I can even die for that cause because Allah command me. So same person, when he said, I want to die for my community, he is committing shirk. But he said, I want to die for Allah to protect my family, protect my community for the sake of Allah. Now he died. According to the hadith, he is a martyr. He is shaheed. Because he is doing this for Allah. So you have to modify, I want to protect my family because Allah command me to protect my family. And while I can protect my family, if I will be killed, I will be martyr. I am successful. Allah will bring me in that paradise for sure because I die as a martyr. In the name of Allah, in the way of Allah. So sacrifice means how you can sacrifice for Allah, that I want to live my life for the sake of Allah. Example, when I like to pray Fajr, which is the most difficult. And that's why the biggest reward is the Fajr. Because hard to wake up from the bed. And that is the most reward. And we need to pray it before sunrise. Even if you delay it and you cannot reach to the masjid to join the Jamaat, before Fajr, before the sunrise, you must pray. That is your task. That is your obligation. Now, sacrifice here. Sacrifice, example, you're in a non-Muslim country. You cannot find the halal food. And you're hungry and you want to eat the hot food. So you just compromise and you go and eat haram. But you sacrifice and you did not eat this haram. Rather, you just went to the supermarket. You buy some bread, you buy some fruits, you buy something else to survive. And not to eat the haram. So there's sacrifice. Another sacrifice here, a beautiful girl, he wants to attract you, and he wants to have a haram with you, he wants to commit sin with you, but you will not do it for Allah. That's sacrifice. Rather, you look for a good woman and you marry her and you enjoy it also, and then you get the reward because you sacrifice for Allah to save yourself from the haram by the will of Allah, and you commit what is halal. So that's sacrifice. So sacrifice is with us. So the fasalli, it's a salah all the time, and sacrifice is all the time. Every day you need to have some opportunity, you need to sacrifice. For example, you fight with your brother. Now, what is your sacrifice? I will not retaliate. For the sake of Allah, sacrifice. And no sacrifice, you go and you do the same and you fight with your brother. No sacrifice. So, because you want to protect this relation, because it is command of Allah to protect the relation. So I will not going to retaliate. I will forgive my brother or my friend, and I will have a good relation with him for the sake of Allah. That's sacrifice. Sometimes Allah said in the Quran, وَلَا تَكِلُّوا مَعُوفٍ. Don't say to parents, oof. Like sometimes the parents get old and they are very irritated, and sometimes they say something which you don't like it. But you sacrifice for Allah, you don't say oof. Because Allah says, وَلَا تَكِلُّوا مَعُوفٍ. Don't say oof to them. Even though you get irritated and you are already big enough age and you can feel embarrassed that they scolded you, but you say no oof. Sacrifice for Allah. So you have a moment every day when you have to sacrifice for Allah. There is a life full of sacrifice. Salah, inna salati wa nusuki wa mahyaya wa mamati lillahi rabbil alamin. And that's also we are saying in our salah, tahiyyatu lillahi wa salawatu wa tayyibatu wa salam. So we are also committing Allah that we want to do everything for Allah. So fasalli rabbika wanhar also. Generally, the salah and sacrifice is part of our life. Every day salah and every day sacrifice. Every moment of our life sacrifice. Sometimes you will have to make patience to sacrifice. Sometimes you have to do something to protect someone for do sacrifice. For all the moment, there are different things come to you when you have to choose to sacrifice. You have to do something to sacrifice. For example, now, I give you one beautiful example. You collected the money. You keep the money. And now you want to go to Umrah. And you are very happy to make Umrah. You done already Hajj maybe. But now you want to go for Umrah. And you have to go to Ramadan for Umrah. And you're very happy now that you're going for Umrah. And now you see somebody is dying. And they need the money to make operation. If you don't give money, this person is going to die. And now you sacrifice what you like. I'll go to Umrah for this Ramadan. And you sacrifice, and all the money you give it to that person to save his life. That's also sacrifice. So every moment of the life you will get something which Allah is testing us. That is he going to sacrifice for me or not? Is he going to sacrifice for me or not? Everyone has something to do. Everyone has something to sacrifice. If you are a drunk, you always drink alcohol, you have to sacrifice to stop drinking. You are using drugs, you have to sacrifice to stop taking drugs. If you are a smoker, you have to sacrifice to stop smoking. Whatever the faults you have to fight against those faults to sacrifice for Allah and to change yourself. You have a problem with backbiting people. You cannot stop backbiting people. Whenever you sit with your friends, you are talking about others. That's your sacrifice now to stop it. You have some problem with your words. You speak bad words. You have to sacrifice to stop using bad words. You have a sacrifice that you have a problem eating with the left hand. And you always forget. Now you have to sacrifice, stop eating with the left hand, start eating with the right hand. You have a problem, you cannot say Bismillah before you eat, you forget. Your sacrifice is to remember yourself, I must say Bismillah before. And you have a problem with shaitan, he wants you to stare in the mall to the girls. So you have to sacrifice to look down like this. And sometimes you feel hardship. You're walking like this in the down. You have to sacrifice for Allah. Because if you look around, you're committing bad. And you are polluting your heart. Because the heart is very pure. When we are young, we have a very pure heart. How you get polluted this heart? Is this pollution can go inside the heart? How? How you get pollution in your heart? When we get bigger and bigger, we are getting pollution in our heart. Why? We have a source where the pollution can go in the heart. Number one is eye. When you look around the women, especially the women not wearing good dresses, and you look them and you enjoy them, so you are getting pollution from the eye going to the heart. So every day your heart is getting pollution. And you feel depressed, you feel anxiety. Why I'm making zikr of Allah, but my heart is not happy. Why I feel depressed? Because you are looking dirt. And the dirt goes to your heart. And your heart getting dirty every day. And you're making subhanallah, alhamdulillah, Allah akbar, la ilaha illallah. And you cry, Allah, my heart is depressed. Why I'm not getting out of depressed? Why? Because you are bringing the pollution. Yet you are making the clean your heart with the zikr. But your heart cannot be clean with zikr because you keep on polluting. For example, you get a diamond. And you put the diamond on the dirt. In the manhole, in the dirt, in the garbage. And you're putting the water every day, cleaning. And you say, oh, things, looking the girls walking in the malls with dirty dresses. And you look them, how your heart will get clean with zikr? Because you keep on putting dirt in your heart. So, seeing dirt, seeing bad things, pollution of heart. Seeing the dirty, listening the dirty talks and dirty things, pollution in the heart. Thinking dirty, pollution of heart. Touching touching haram, pollution of your heart. Walking towards haram, pollution your heart. So you need to stop evil, and then you make little zikr, you will get sukoon. You will get out of depression. So one of the depression which was last Sunday our topic, it was missing. One of the depression you can get off, you have to get off the dirty life. More clean you are, more free from depression you are. So depression is also because of the lifestyle is very dirty. So sacrifice here now, you have a sacrifice, you cannot look down. When you're walking, you are looking, oh, it's very beautiful. That's sexy. This is more sexy. This is more sexy. So every day you are comparing this girl to this and this one to this. And your heart is dirty, filthy. So very important thing when you're walking in any place, you go to KL and you saw so many bad girls walking, dirty dress wearing. Don't look at them, inshallah, like this, subhanallah. You know, you will become wali of Allah. In this world, only you do this. I guarantee you. Only you can do this one. Don't look at the girls and don't look at the girls wearing the bad dresses and look in the down and walk in the street. Inshallah ta'ala, Allah will make your wali to him. He will make your wali. You will be the friend of Allah. It's a great. It's a great task for you. It's a great sacrifice for you, I'm telling you. Going in anywhere, look down like this and make zikr, subhanallah, astaghfirullah, Allah save me, subhanallah, alhamdulillah, Allah akbar, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah. Don't look, don't stare. Look down and go straight and straight and straight. Allah will save you from all fitna. And He will make your heart very clean. And your heart will feel, subhanallah, what happened to my heart now? It's so peaceful and so many sukoon in my heart now. What happened? My heart is changed now. Before I make too much zikr, but now I make little zikr and it's very happy. It's very cool. It's very nice. So that's very important thing. You have a sacrifice. I want to change my life. I want to clean my life. I want to pure my life for the sake of Allah and by the will of Allah. So sacrifice and salah is all together, all of our life. And that's also here together also. فَصَلِّ لِرَبِّكَ وَانْحَرُ. And the last verse, which is very important, and it has a very important thing to discuss here in the Sha'nik al-Abtar, in the Sha'nik al-Abtar. Prophet Muhammad has a small children, the boys who were died. Like Qasim died, Ibrahim died. So his sons were dying in young age. They are not surviving. Only survived was the 4 daughters. The Fatima, the Kulsum, Ruqayya example. There he has 4 daughters who survived. One of his daughters is Zainab, correct? Zainab, Fatima, Zainab, Kulsum, Ruqayya. So these 4 daughters were survived. And his sons were dying. They did not grow big. So some of the disbelievers, the mushrikin like As bin Wa'il, they were criticizing Prophet Muhammad that you are going to cut off. You will not be, your generation will not be continue anymore. You are going to cut off. And that makes Prophet Muhammad very sad. Because the custom of that time in the Arabia, they were thinking that the generation can only grow with the boys. And in fact, if you go to the subcontinent like Pakistan, India, they believe the same. They believe the same. Oh, sons only can carry on you. No, subhanallah. If you believe that, then where is Ali Muhammad? Why you believe Ali Muhammad? We say Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Ali Muhammad. So why there is Ali Muhammad now? If you believe this, in Pakistan the people believe like this. They say, oh, no, you have no sons, only daughters. Subhanallah, you're finished. You're finished. Your al is finished. Your generation is finished. But yet you are saying Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Ali Muhammad. We are saying Ali Muhammad. Where is Ali Muhammad? From whom they come the Ali Muhammad? From Imam Zainul Abidin. Because Imam Hussein is the son of Fatima radiyallahu anha. And she is the daughter of Prophet Muhammad. So Prophet Muhammad Ali is coming from his daughter. And yet we are in Pakistan, in India, in Bangladesh. They say, if you have no sons, you are finished. No more, you're finished. This is your last generation. Subhanallah. Then Prophet Muhammad was finished? No, he's not finished. He's all. Physically, he's going through his daughter. And spiritually, we are Ali Muhammad spiritually. We are Ali Muhammad, of course. Because we call his wives, what we call his wives? Who is Amma Aisha? My mother, your mother. Who is Amma Khadija? Our mother. We call Ummat al-Mu'minin, correct? So we are Ali Rasul. Because his wives is our mothers. His wives is our mother. So what? We are who? We are Ali Rasul. We are from his generation also. But not if not physically, at least spiritually. You know, so people say, everybody say, I am Ali Rasul, I am Ali Rasul. We all Ali Rasul. Even you cannot get the genealogy until him. No, don't worry. If you cannot get physically, spiritually, we are Ali Rasul. We are all Ali Rasul. Whoever follow Prophet Muhammad, he is Ali Rasul. We are Ali Rasul with spiritually. Even though if you are not sure that, and you know it is not good also, if you are not sure that you are physically Ali Rasul, don't claim it. Because you are making a lie against that. Yeah. If you are not biological or physical genealogy from Prophet, you are not sure about that genealogy, then don't claim it. What you get with this? Even if you are Ali Rasul, if you are not Ali Rasul, Allah can still bless you. Because Allah said, قُلْ إِن كُنْتُمْ تُحِبُّونَ اللَّهَ فَاتَّبِعُونِي يُحْبِبْكُمُ اللَّهُ. Allah said, say that if you are claiming that you love Allah, then follow me, then Allah will love you. So your blessing from Allah is, even though you are not biologically Ali Rasul, but if you follow his footstep, you follow his life, then Allah is going to love you because he promised for that. يُحْبِبْكُمُ اللَّهُ قُلْ إِن كُنْتُمْ تُحِبُّونَ اللَّهَ فَاتَّبِعُونِي يُحْبِبْكُمُ اللَّهُ. He is guaranteeing that if you follow Prophet Muhammad, then he is going to love us. Allah is going to love us. And following is not that people are, so primitive. They're following. Some people, they say following, so I will wear long dress, I will make a mama, the turban, and I will wear this kind of perfume. No. This is the last things. These are not the priority things. What is the first priority that you follow Prophet Muhammad? What is the first thing? What is the first thing you Prophet Muhammad you follow? His akhlaq. You need to follow the akhlaq of Prophet Muhammad. One of the greatest sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad, he said to Anas radhiyallahu anhu, I'll tell you my great sunnah. You know what is? He said, every morning or every evening, clean your heart for the people. Don't keep anything in the heart. No hatred for people. Clean. I don't like this, my brother, he is always talking. I don't like this friend, I don't like this neighbor. No. Forgive everybody. Clean everybody. Don't keep hatred in your heart. When you keep the hatred, anger in your heart, it is not good for yourself because you're putting the fire in your heart. And you say, brother, I'm too much depressed. Why? Because you have a hatred for the people. You have anger for the people. You can listen. No need to use camera today. Just come. Murad, join us. So, you keep the anger and hatred. It's not good for your heart. Remove your hatred. You know what you do now? Example, after this, inshallah. Whoever you have a hatred, I'm going to clean it now, right now. I don't hate anyone. I have no bad feelings for people. I forgive them all. And after that, you try to see in the night time what is the feeling of your heart. Whoever you have a hatred now, promise yourself, I'm going to forgive them all. And I want to clean my heart. Because Prophet Muhammad said, not any morning, not every evening, but clean your heart. He also said, he also said, mop your heart. Mop your heart. The mop, what you call this, we call jadu in Urdu. Clean your heart. Clean your heart. That is one of his great sunnah, to clean your heart. So, فَصَلِّ لِرَبِّكَ وَانْهَرْ إِنَّ شَأْنَكَ الْأَبْتَرُ. That surely who hates you, he will be going to be cut off. He's going to be abtar. He's going to be cut off. So now who knows the As bin Ail? Who knows the Yazid? Who knows the Umayyah bin Khalf? Who knows Abu Jahl? Who praised them? Nothing. But Prophet Muhammad is not cut off. Billions of people love him. Even the non-Muslims love him. And they praise him. Like Gandhi, he was one of the person who loved Prophet Muhammad very much. He's following his footstep and he was praising him. And there are so many non-Muslims who love Prophet Muhammad and they love to mention about him. So he did not cut off as prophesied here in the Shaikh AbdulRazzaq, that you are not going to indirectly, that by the will of in the Shaikh AbdulRazzaq, that Allah is promising that who is hating you, he is going to cut off. The one who is saying that to him that you will be cut off because you have no sons anymore, and Allah make them cut off. They are the one in the lowest, and the Prophet ﷺ, وَرَفَعْنَا لَكَ ذِكْرَكَ, that we will raise your zikr, we will raise your remembrance. So everybody now in the world today are praising Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. You know how great honor of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ? I give you one example. Because Allah prophesies in the Quran, وَرَفَعْنَا لَكَ ذِكْرَكَ, and we will raise, we will elevate it, your zikr, your remembrance. I will give you one example. And you can see this example everywhere in the world. What is the example? Like my father, Muhammad Siddiq. My elder brother, Muhammad Atiq. Another brother, Muhammad Imtiaz. My sons, I have 11 children, alhamdulillah, 11 children. And my sons are Hassan Hussein, Muhammad Isa, Muhammad Siddiq, Muhammad Omar, Muhammad Usman. How many Muhammad? Every family is Muhammad. Anywhere you go, subhanallah. How many Muhammad in the world? How many 100 million Muhammad in the world? See, look at how love the Prophet Muhammad put to the hearts of the people. I give you another example. You go to the London, one of the greatest city in the world, which is very popular city in the world, known as the great city in the world, is London. And if you go to the London and you go to the municipality of London and you tell, please put what is the number one name in London, and they will say, which name is the most name in the London? Muhammad. In London city, the most name is Muhammad. Because everybody is choosing Muhammad. Not only Muhammad, like Muhammad Noor, Muhammad Amin, Muhammad Ismail, Muhammad Ibrahim, Muhammad Isa, subhanallah. So many names. If you go in Pakistan, how many people is Muhammad name? Maybe 100 million. You go to India, how many Muhammad? Maybe more than 100 million. Allah said, وَرَفَعْنَا لَكَ ذِكْرَكَ, we will elevate your zikr. Inna Shaikh AbdulRazzaq, that you are not going to cut off. The one who hates you is going to be cut off. So they all cut off, but Prophet Muhammad honor is not going to cut off, because Allah prophesies that. So the last verse here also, it's like a prophecy here, that Allah said that Allah is not going to cut off his honor, and then he's not cut off, but he is living in our hearts. We love him more than our families, more than our lives, more than our parents, more than our wives and our children. We love Prophet Muhammad and we love all the prophets. So inshallah, if 1, 2 or 3 questions, Muhammad Amin, and I can inshallah answer you, then we can make dua inshallah. It's very near to Maghrib time inshallah. Sorry? Muhammad Rasulullah. 5 times you say Muhammad. Yes, in Janazah also. Okay, Janazah is very beautiful. I'll say you something. This is good thing. Maybe you can have sharing. You can share with others. When the child born, what you do? Azan and Iqama, correct? Right side you call Azan, and left side you call Iqama. But no Salah. Why don't you make Salah? We're not making Salah. Only calling Azan to the child when he born, and we call the Iqama on the left side. But when there is Iqama, there should be Salah, correct? When there was a Salah, why no Salah? Salatul Janazah, mashallah. Salatul Janazah is no Iqama, no Azan. Did you see here? Imam said, there is Salatul Janazah, call Azan, Allahu Akbar, and then Iqama, Allahu Akbar. Qad qamat is Salah. No. Because this man had already Azan and he has already Iqama when he born. Now only Salah. You understand? That this man when he born, you already call the Azan and you already call Iqama. You don't need to call Azan and Iqama anymore. Just make Salatul Janazah. Azan, Iqama finished when he born. Now he died, you make Salah. So that's why the Salatul Janazah is no Azan and no Iqama, because it's already done when he born. And it's already, and even Salatul Janazah we have also, we make Durud Tasalli. So that's also sharing from brother. Anything else question? Any question? Because we don't want our listener to be dumb. So anybody will speak in behalf of everyone, because Allah wants us to be not to be deaf and not to be dumb and not to be blind. So talking is very important. So inshallah, no shy, ask question.
So,
Yeah.
actually, this sacrifice is very nice mention of different types of sacrifice. We
Yeah.
can do sacrifice every day, every moment.
Yeah.
My question is, like Idul Adha, we have obligatory sacrifice. So if you want to do sacrifice of animals in the name of Allah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you can do it anytime, right?
Anytime, yeah. You can make tomorrow party and go slaughter one goat and call all everybody go enjoy. And there is no limit. Prophet Muhammad was doing that. Every time he slaughtered animal and invite people. Prophet Ibrahim was doing every day. He slaughtered something and he said, even it's mentioned in the Quran. He slaughtered one calf and he invited. But there were angels. They were not eating. So it is no limit. Like Hajj is obligation, but Umrah you can do anytime. The same thing, the sacrifice obligation in the Idul Adha, but you can sacrifice any moment of the life. And because this life is for doing something. We are in the test here, so we need to do every day something as much as possible before the time ends.
Okay, last but not the least.
Yeah.
Like, can we ask Allah, I want this and I want to sacrifice if we get this? Something happens.
Yeah, that is called nazar. It's in the Quran. That they are fulfilling their nazar. Nazar means you vow, like Prophet, the grandmother of Prophet Isa, she make nazar, Hannah. She make nazar that whoever is in her womb, she is going to give for nazar, no, for the in the Baitul Muqaddas in Jerusalem. She is going to give that child, but the child born was girl, Maryam, and she.
In the name of Allah.
Name of Allah. If you nazar in the name of other than Allah, that is big problem. It must be in the name of Allah. Like example, we don't celebrate the birthdays, and people are doing birthdays, and it is nonsense because they say we add 1 year of our life, but it is not add. You are lack of 1 year now. Before you were, if your total life of your is 50 years, and you now become 49. So before you have about 2 years left in your life. Now you become 49, only 1 year left. So you are getting near to your death. So why celebrate? And then when they celebrate, I never see people, oh, Bismillah, and then they cut the cake. No. Say, happy birthday to you. So it is name of the person. The person is cutting the cake in his own name, not for the name of Allah. Did you see any birthday and they go, so Bismillah, and then Bismillah get? No, nobody is going to give Bismillah the cake. Yeah. So for me, I don't join. If somebody invite me, I say, no, it is nonsense. It is not. It is like Majus, they put the light and then they will, it's like firing, worshipping a fire, and you put the flag. And this is just israf, no? It's better to do party every day, is okay in the name of Allah. But rather to follow this kind of tradition, which is not right traditions, we have to avoid this all, inshallah. Yeah.
I'd like to share within 1 minute regarding celebrating birthday.
Yeah, inshallah.
If you really want to celebrate birthday celebration, whom should be respected and should be given the gifts in your birthday? The one who did sacrifice the most, who was bleeding, who was about to die, who was like in between life and death. Your mother. So if you really want to remember your birthday, give the gifts to your mother. And this is exactly what mentioned in Surah Maryam. What Jesus Christ, Nabi Isa alayhi salam, he said, وَبَرًّا بِوَالِدَتِي وَلَمْ يَجْعَلْنِي جَبَّارًا عَصِيًّا. Nabi Isa alayhi salam said that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made me blessed, He commanded me to perform salat and to give zakat, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made me obedient to my mother. وَلَمْ يَجْعَلْنِي جَبَّارًا. He didn't make me harsh, asiyya, and disobedient. So if you want to really celebrate your birthday, you want to remember your birthday, be good to your mother on that day especially. Every day you should be good, but the most highly you honor your mother on that day. This is my way. So during my birthday, I don't mention to my mother, just I give gifts to my mother. During my wife's birthday, I give gifts to my mother-in-law. During my son's birthday, I give gift to my wife. So this is how we appreciate the one who sacrificed, not the one who didn't sacrifice anything.
Because when the child born, the child is enjoying. He has no pain at all. He's just enjoying. When he come to the world, he's drinking milk right away. And somebody is taking care. He don't do anything, even the changing of diaper. My mother is going to do. And when the child birth, the mother is have a pain, too much pain. And then this child is enjoying now. I am celebrating, subhanAllah. Your mother was sacrificed, she was giving hardship. And you want to make celebration for yourself? Rather that she was to be honored for that. And then, what is the sunnah? The Prophet, he said, I born on Monday, so every Monday you want to make fasting. He said, I born on Monday, so I fast every Monday. And another last thing, that the sacrifice which we are, the people which the date of birth they are following, it is very, very ugly, you know. For example, January. What is January? January is the name of a god or the god Janus. And the meaning of Janus is a god with the two faces. So you believe in January, his meaning is a Janus. And Janus is a god with two faces. So double faced god. The February, it is the tradition, it is a feast of the pagans. The Roman Greek pagans, they have a feast was on February. That's why the February used to be the last month. The February used to be the last month, so that is 28 or 29 days. It was not that December was the last month. The last month was always February. Why? Example, Octo. Octo means 8. So it's 8th month. November is 9. And the December is DC, 10. So the January was used to be the 11th month and February used to be the 12th month. So end of the year was February before. And that's why it's 28 and 29 days. And the March come from the Mars, which is meaning of the war, god of war. The Mars is the meaning is the god of war. So do you believe in this calendar, which is idol worship? And the April is the female god, Apridotis is a female god, goddess. April is a goddess. And the June is the name of a god also, Junio. And the July is the name of the pagan emperor, Julius Caesar. And the August is Augustus. It's also pagan emperor. And now you come September, October, November, December. This meaning is the September is 7, septillion. Septin means 7 in the Greek numerics. Septi. Octo means is 8, like the octopus with the 8 legs. Octagonal, the diagram with the 8 sides. So octo is not 10, it's wrong mathematics. Octo is 8. So October means the 8th month. November is nueve in the Spanish, nueve. Nueve means 9. And December is decimal 10. So December is 10th month. January is 11th month and the February was used to be the 12th month. So it was the end of the year before. So if you example, you honor that calendar for your birthdays, it means you are following the pagan tradition. Pagan tradition. We must have that he want to celebrate his date of birth with the fasting. So that's what we found out. That every time he has a date of birth and he don't make celebration of his birthday in one day, in 1 year. He make it 52 times every week. Every Monday he fasting. Every Monday he's fasting. So he's celebrating his day of birth. Not the date of birth, but day of birth, which is Monday. So every Monday he's fasting. So that is the evidence we get from not that's what people are doing. They get the cake and then they put the 40 or 30 or 35 candles and then they blow it like a majusi and they wear the cap like a clowns and they let everybody to wear the cap like the clowns. So we Muslims are not, it is not befitting to our belief, the great belief of Islam to do this kind of nonsense things. Rather we make everyday celebration. Because Allah said in the Quran, Innal ayyama lillahi jamiyah. So I don't need to make my day and your day and my Mother's Day and Father's Day and Sister's Day and the Women's Day and the Men's Day and this day and this day. No. Because Allah said, Innal ayyama lillahi jamiyah. Surely all the days are for Allah. So worship every day Allah. Praise every day Allah. Thanks to Allah for the life every day. So best thing for me, what is these days are made for? Father's Day. Why Father's Day? Because rest of the day you put your father in the old house. Old house, correct? The old age home, they put the parents there. So every one day they get the time. So they say, my father, you have a Father's Day today. I bring the gift for you. Why one day? You should love your father every day. You should give something to your father every day. Why once a day, once in a year? So this is the shortcuts, These days are wife's day, father's day, mother's day, children day. This is the shortcuts. They don't want to love every day. So they make some particular day. For me, for us, we should love our loved one every day. Not on the 14th February, not on this day, not on this. No. We don't have those all days. So because we learn in Quran what Allah commanded us and what the way of the Prophet Muhammad, we love our loved ones every day. We need to love our parents and our wives and our children and our brothers and sisters and our neighbors and all our believer brothers and sisters every day of our life. There is no limit for the love. So we need to love every day. So that is what Islam teaches. May Allah guide us. Ameen.
Jazakumullah khairan. Barakallahu feekum, Shaikh AbdulRazzaq Siddiq. Jazakumullah khairan kathiran. Jazakumullahu anna jami'an. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us to fit the teachings of Surah Al-Kawthar in our life. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us among those who are going to drink from Al-Kawthar.
Ameen.
And who are performing salat only for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Ameen.
Who are going to sacrifice their time, their money, their wealth, their all potentials for the sake of Allah.
Ameen.
And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us among the lovers of Prophet sallallahu alaihi
Ameen.
wasallam. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us to the Jannah.
Ameen.
May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us together in paradise all together.
Ameen.
As a beloved here, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gather us in paradise.
Ameen. Ameen.
Ameen. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم
آمين.
وعلينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.